there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we're talking Carlos King. As you know, it's Sunday, so there's mess we have to get to. Nonetheless, the first thing I wanted to talk about was the live tour. You guys remember the Reality with the King live tour? Remember there was originally 4 dates, you guys, and remember there was an announcement that the date with Teresa was canceled, right? However, it seems that there was another date that was canceled as well that not everybody was aware of and potentially did not receive a refund for, because a Reigndrop on Carlos King's latest video left the following comment: Carlos, I showed up to your LA show not knowing it was canceled, with a crying emoji, you guys, because remember, on Thursday, you guys, Carlos King was supposed to have the LA show tour date with Teddy Mellencamp from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and Tamra Judge from Real Housewives of the OC. And for some reason, his Reigndrops were not aware that it was no more, you guys. Make it make sense. So did they get a refund? Because why would you just randomly show up to an event that you had to pay for in advance and not know it was canceled? Can you make it make sense? Why wasn't there an announcement in email distribution like what Ticketmaster does when a tour date gets canceled or what have you, and they send it directly to your email? So like, hey, you're going to be refunded immediately whatever payment you use to pay for these tickets. Remember, originally there was links to all 4 of these dates on Carlos King's website. So it is very interesting and peculiar that the Teresa date was announced to be canceled, and you know, there was no information to the Reigndrops that the LA date was canceled. And if you look on his social media, if you look on his Instagram, you know, the some of the flyers have disappeared, you guys, as if it never happened. So that's one thing that we have to talk about. Another thing we have to talk about is Carlos King using a chess piece. So not sure what this is about. He posted this selfie of himself talking about the King's Gambit and had a chess piece emoji. Not sure what that means, or if he is trying to shout out Mel or trying to shout out the Millimeters. Not really sure, because as we know, Melody Cherie Rogers has been using chess pieces for quite some time, because it's always about chess and not checkers, you guys. And so finally we got to get to Carlos King's, you know, usual Sunday motivation tomfoolery, because this time around he wants to talk about how you suffer, how you're on the path to greatness, how you're on the path for success, but you have to suffer sometimes. You have to go through some things sometimes. And that is the only time, apparently, that you should be seeking out God for assistance. And I'm just trying to understand, on Sunday, why are we using the Lord's name in vain? And here's the thing, if you're truly a Christian, it shouldn't matter what is going on in your life, whether you are going through a positive time, a time that is not so great, if you're going through a hardship. Regardless, you should always be seeking out God. Perhaps if people are not so arrogant when they're on the top and when things are going well for them, and not thanking God for the blessings and for all of the things that they have, perhaps when suffering does happen, or the type of suffering that happens won't be as massive, because you took God for granted when things were on the up and up, when things were on the top, right? But this notion now that, oh, well, you know, if you go through any suffering, that's when you should seek God. No, you should seek God 24/7 if you're truly a Christian, you guys. If you truly believe in God, you should not only seek God when things are bad or things are not going well for you. You should be praising Him
for when things are going well for you, that you still have a roof over your head, that you still have a job, that you still have a car, that you still have money to provide for your family, right? That should be ongoing. You should be praying and thanking the Lord every single day, you guys. But I find it interesting that Carlos King in particular wants to talk about suffering now, the day after Martell goes live and tries to deny the ABUSC allegations. And even people are calling out Carlos King, in the comments on a few previous posts, because they're like, listen, how are you doing all of this post and talking about all these things, but ignoring what is going on with the Martell situation? And you have been on the mute challenge since the court documents have been released, right? But I guess that doesn't matter because that's not his suffering, right? So therefore, he's not going to talk about that, right? And that contradicts the angel image that is being presented to us for season 7 of Love Marriage Huntsville. So therefore, Carlos King is not going to speak on it. And how much you want to bet? Are they going to put up any disclaimers for DV and references for people to call if they are suffering? Is that going to happen, or is that going to be ignored because of who the source is? Make it make sense, you guys. Again, this notion that some of these people think that they're the authority on religion and God and want to try to use it as a manipulation tactic to try to shade people, it is not okay. That's not godly, you guys. And then to just diminish things to you should only seek out God when things are bad for you, it is completely and utterly insane, you guys. God should always be at the forefront of every aspect of your life. If you're actually a Christian, if you're actually trying to live right by the Bible, yes, we all sin. Yes, we all make mistakes. But Carlos King seems to be on a part-time schedule as it pertains to God. And that's not how that works, you guys. It needs to be full-time. It needs to be overtime. It needs to be 24/7 and twice, especially on Sunday. Make it make sense. So there is that. That is what I wanted to talk to you guys about. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you guys think about the Reigndrops? Not knowing that the LA show on Thursday was canceled for his live podcast tour with Teddy Mellencamp and Tamara Judge. It seems that it just fell on deaf ears. Nobody knew. You blinked and missed it. What do you think of Carlos King using a chess piece now? In a recent post on his social media, as we know, like I said, Melody Shree Rogers has been using the chess pieces, right? And finally, what do you think of Carlos King's latest Sunday motivation speech, where he is saying basically that only when things are negative and you're on the path to success and, receive some type of negativity that happens or some type of something that sets you back, some type of hardship that sets you back, that should be the only time you seek out God. And not when things are going well, apparently. Apparently when things are going well, that has nothing to do with God. So there's that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.